on, come on.
Come on, come on! Yeah! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Greetings, and prepare for the amazing. What you will see is great racing. They got skills from front to back. These lobbies are stacked, stacked, stacked. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're all here to be entertained. These drivers go hard and not restrained. Cheer for your favorite, you will not regret the spectacle you watch. You will never forget, 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 forget. Come on, come on. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. Fast ginger covers it all. Here we go. Shake, 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 shake it. This helmet smells like 20 years of glory and heartbreaks. The young punks think they know speed, but I still know what it takes. My bones are aching, arthritis in my knee, but when I smell that octane, I still feel 17. I've seen this asphalt change from black to gray. Outlive the sponsors who paid me yesterday. Spotter's quiet now, he knows out what I'm doing. This next checkered flag is what keeps me going. My hands are steady, ignoring the miles and the years. The sweat runs down my back, I fight back all the fears. Up ahead, the flagsman stand is waiting bright and bold. One more story left to be told. I can see the finish line, but I'm not finished racing. Gotta hold the throttle down for every single ounce of power. I'm emptying the tank for the next champagne shower. Yeah, I can see the finish line, but I'm not finished racing. I gave this sport my soul, my fortune, and my name. Felt the love and the hate, played the driver's game. The rookie's right behind me, pushing hard for a way past. He wants the glory, but today I'm the one who is fast. I can see the finish line, but I'm not finished racing. Gotta hold the throttle down for every single ounce of power. I'm emptying the tank for the next champagne shower. Yeah, I can see the finish line, but I'm not finished racing. on, come on. Come on, come on! Yeah! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Greetings, and prepare for the amazing. What you will see is great racing. They got skills from front to back. These lobbies are stacked, stacked, stacked. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. To be entertained, these drivers go hard and not restrained. Cheer for your favorite, you will not regret the spectacle you watch. You will never forget, 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 forget. Come on, come on. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here covers it all. Here we go. Shake, 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 shake it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. This helmet smells like 20 years of track dust. The young kids think they know speed, but you gotta earn the trust. My bones are aching, arthritis in my knee, but when I smell that octane, I still feel 17. I've seen this asphalt change from black to gray. Outlive the sponsors who paid me yesterday. The spot is quiet now. He knows I got this deep. This neck-checkered flag is the promise I must. My hands are steady, ignoring the miles and the years. The sweat runs down my back, I fight back all the fears. Up ahead, the flagsman stand is waiting bright and bold. One more story left to be told. I can see the fight is wrong, but I'm not that it's racing. Gotta hold the throttle down for every single ounce is a pound. I'm renting the tank for the next champagne shower, yeah. I can see the fattest line, but I'm not fat, it's right, yeah. Yeah. I get I'm renting the tank. I can see the fattest line, but I'm not fat, it's right. Heat breeze, a burning blacktop fume. One line, one target seals their doom. He cuts the air, a middle blade, the final corner exit made. No rear view mirror, full control, just fuel feed in the machine. Soul strapping tight, feel the power, watch as they cower, see them fall behind. He breaks from them all, trotting through the pack like his hair is on fire. His engine screaming and tires gripping higher. Hell-bent for glory, fast ginger can't be denied like jacket The needle pins a red zone line. He makes a kill one more time. They cannot catch the devil's pace. He wipes the grin off every face. No room to breathe, no time to think. Push harder right to the break. Driving through the pack like his hair is on fire. His engine is screaming and tires gripping higher. Hell-bent for glory, fast ginger can't be denied by the checkered Hell-bent for glory, fast ginger can't be denied by the checkered Curve so tight, got me moving left and right. Strike me in for one more go. Let us put on a good show. Slow in and fast out, they say. I'm pushing all the way, grinding with all I got, burning so high. Gotta get to the finish line, won't quit until it's time. Push to the end, no stop. We're gonna finish on top. On top. Getting close now, I can feel it. The checkered flag is near, never gonna quit. Pressure building, gotta finish the job. Hit the gas before the flag drop. Screaming across the finish line, like a shot one more time. I gave all I can give for sure. Soon I'll be ready again for more. Gotta get to the finish line, won't quit until it's time. Push to the end, no stop. We're gonna finish on top. On top. drivers go hard and not restrained. Cheer for your favorite, you will not regret. The spectacle you watch, you will never forget. Please enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. Fast Ginger covers it all. Please enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. Fast Ginger covers it all. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Yeah, greetings and prepare for the amazing. What you will see is great racing. They got skills from front to back. These lobbies are stacked, stacked, stacked. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles wage from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. We're all here to be entertained. These drivers go hard and not restrained. Cheer for your favorite, you will not regret. The spectacle you watch, you will never forget. Forget, forget. Come on, come on. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles wage from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles wage from first to last. The action is wall to wall. Fast Ginger covers it all. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello everyone. Sorry about that. It's a little loud. Turn that down some. Well, a little late here to the stream. Been playing you a selection of songs I wrote in Suno. So, but we have cars on the track, and I'm not sure if this is practice or if this is an actual race, or qualifying. As you can see, we are here at Dragon Trail. I used to call it Dragon Tail, but it's Dragon Trail. And we have 17 corners of any possible outcome. Bad outcome can come in about half of these corners. So we'll see what's going on here. First and second have come into the pits. Jim Shady out here in the Mercedes. We have GR3s and GR4s competing together. So kind of like real life, where we have multi-class racing. And we have multiple classes here. That's the new Ferrari. Castro is in. Castro. And we've only got 2 people out right now. Sorry about that. Castro and Newbie in the Dunlop Porsche with the big M on the back. Sorry, my mute did not mute quick enough. So I thought we were going to do I thought they would go out one by one with a little bit of time between cars going out, do an out lap, 2 flying laps, and you're done. Part of the delay was they were getting a group picture. So that's part of the delay there in the race. And at this moment, everybody's in the pits except for Castro. And here he comes into the pits. So I expect a possible lobby reset so they can start doing qualifying, but not sure. Probably should get on Discord and see what is happening. So we'll take a little peek. I don't see any announcements, but we have nothing going on. We can look at the track again. Bottom left corner is the I guess we do have a couple of cars out here. Okay. Here's Orphan and a big rowdy sounding Aston Martin. And then we have American Punk here in what appears to be an NXS. Shredder in the Cayman, Don P in a Renault, Ray and Old Graybeard together, Ray in a Ferrari, Old Graybeard appears to be in a Ferrari as well. And Master Plumber here in another Aston Martin. American Punk into the bits. Ray still out. Looks like everybody's about done. Ray's done. Don P. Old Graybeard. Master Plumber going across the line. Thank you, Durden. Looks like the checkered flag is out. Let's say everybody is done. And as you can see, some people are changing tires. Ray has jumped on the medium tire. Trying to get used to the keyboard commands since we're up to 15 cars, which goes beyond the keyboard numbers at the top. So just for you guys that are curious, got a keyboard hooked up, so whenever you're doing the streaming like this, if you're spectating 1 through 0 are 1 through 10 places. 11th starts with Q, W, E, R, T. So that gets to your 15th, and I'm 16, so I'm not on the track. So T is 15th place. So information you have that you could probably live without. So we are waiting. And there we go. And I will check the results. Snafu in the pole. Castro second. Newbie third. Jim Shady fourth. J-Mac fifth. Iced sixth. Rottenkraut seventh. SB Racing eighth. Fan in 9th, American Punk 10th, SCR Shredder 11th, Ray 12th, Don P 13th, Old Graybeard 14th, and Master Plumber. So we get out of there. And we're getting to start the race here shortly. See if that adjusts the volume of my microphone a little bit. Adjust the game sound here. Not that there's anything to listen to right now. But here's the racetrack. Bottom left is the final corner. So going up through there, the front straight. Turn 1 really is not a turn, it's a bend. 2, 3 is pretty tricky. Good passing zone. 4 is more of a little bend. 5 is pretty tricky at times. 6 and then into 7 straight out. 8 a little break. 9th, 10th and get messed up through those. And we better get spectate mode, get everything on mode. There we are. Okay, so we're ready for the start here. And we've got Snafu on the pole. And there they go. Porsche is usually pretty slow off the line, and we've got a big accident back in the back. And we've got iced, did not start, so maybe we should go with the red flag. He's going now. Not sure what they'll do. We've got Jim Shady in the front. We've got multiple cars off track again. And they're going for a restart. Good idea. Good idea. So get ready to get this thing restarted again. So everybody will have to jump off track and reset the lobby and get it going again. Here we go. Oops. I like how I get the mouse to try to hit the button on the game, and it doesn't work that way. So yeah, we had some major problems in the back. Either a malfunction on a controller or steering wheel didn't allow the driver to start, and that kind of backed everything up and caused mayhem and problems. So restart was in order, and then it looked like there was another multiple car accident. So definitely a restart was warranted for this race. Nobody wants to be on lap 1 and almost a lap back. Makes for no fun. So it looks like they are preparing things here. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, no, I do not want to enter the track. Well, I wouldn't mind, but all you would see would be my poor driving. See a lot of the back end of the track pack. So it looks like we're still waiting on things to get sorted. I think he will need to reset the starting grid lobby. And then go again. And we can go back and look at the track again here. It's kind of hard to see with the dark numbers, but you can see that number 8 is not much of a corner there, a little lift, but that's where you start braking a little bit there, and then it kind of wiggles its way up the top of the hill. 8, 9, 10. If you go off 10 wide, it's into a sand trap. 11's flat out. 12, very good braking zone. You brake heavy there, accelerate out. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15. Or it might be just 13, 14, 15, 16 is the chicane. It's kind of reminiscent of the swimming pool at Monaco, but the opposite direction. And then out of that little bend, which is nothing, in a tunnel, and then you go into 17 for the finish. And that's your lap. So turn 2, good spot for passing. 17 is also a good spot to pass. Down into 9, 10, 11, down in 12 is a good place. The swimming pool, chicane, not so much, but it will be tried at times, and the curbing will throw you into a wall, or if you tap the inside wall on that exit, it'll throw you into the wall on the other side, and game over for you there. And the pit, pretty easy to get into and out of. Kind of spits you out into traffic, but to the right of traffic, so it's not a big deal if other cars are coming by as you're exiting the pit, so it's not a real dangerous one. And those are your highlights. Quite a bit of elevation change. You go uphill at this start into the first corners, then downhill into that top right hand corner, and then it's back uphill, then downhill, then way uphill, and then way downhill towards the ocean, and then it's flat from the ocean over to the start finish line. It kind of goes up a little bit there to get to the finish line. It's a little gentle up. So here's Castro. That's into turn 1. We'll follow Castro here. There's 2, 3 as you go downhill into 4. This is a little lift and cut. Brake heavy into this right-hander. Then we're flat out up and then downhill. And he's slowing down. So, and stopping. Take a look at the brand new Ferrari in the game. There we go. So brake right about there for this corner when you're at full chat. The rest of these 3 are pretty flat out. You can get bounced out of that one into that sand over there. This is flat out. Then brake at the curb on the left. Into the right here. And then it opens up a little more right. Then you can go flat out through these 2 right here. And then a lift. And clip the curb left and right. And try not to get thrown into that wall. Flat out here into the final. There we go. We'll get on here. Rotten Kraut. And his number 44 Porsche 911. The lift there. Brake right there. Turn in, accelerate out. Then at the bottom of the hill, there's a little barrier to the left with orange on it. That's usually your brake point or let up point. A little too much there because it threw him off for the next 2 corners. And then flat out until we get down to the next corner. And we are still waiting for this thing to start. I think we have everybody. Everybody is in the lobby. And it looks like we are finally good to go here. Oops, let's get cinematic mode. Let's hope we have a good, clean start this time. So let's see here. Let's go to the back here and start in the back with our vision to the front. So far so good. Everybody is on the way. Let's get up here to the middle of the pack. Rotten Kraut making a move. Still some jockeying about. J-Mac on the inside. Had to slow up for Iced. As SB Racing's trying to make it through. Accelerating up here. In behind Iced. Kind of compromised his line through there, and that slowed him up. You can see that. Let's see what's going on back here. Oh, Don P's American Punk coming up on the inside, making a good move. So we'll get back out here. Ray's right behind him. American Punk moving out in front of Don P. Ray's still there. Let's go see who's in the lead. It's Jim Shady. He's in the lead in that Mercedes. Snafu is making a move on him. But Jim Shady's got the inside line. He'll get a better exit. Snafu got a really good exit on that. He's making a move. That Porsche seems to have a little greater top end there. Looked like fourth place was getting ready to move on that. The Porsches are moving to the front from the looks of it. And Snafu did make that pass and made it stick. Jim Shady's right there still. Castro being hounded by Newbie back there. And Newbie's getting pushed by Rotten Kraut there. Ice still being pursued there by J-Mac. J-Mac going a little wide there. Thought he might open himself up at the SB Racing. Let's see what's going on back here. Shredda back here in 9th. American Punk there in 10th. We've got a yellow flag situation. Let's see what happened here if we can see. SB Racing. Oh! He was the unfortunate trying to avoid a spinning Porsche. Of Newbie, I believe it was. Newbie had a spin. SB was avoiding that spin and kind of got caught up. And Newbie just lost it again coming into the chicane. See what happened here. Hit the curb there and then just lost it, and it was a tank slapper. Got some front end damage to that car. Snafu is pulling out a good lead there on Jim Shady. Castro's still in pursuit of that position. Rotten Kraut being hounded there by Iced. And J-Mac, the three of them are all back for positions. SB Racing is trying to catch back up. No damage there. American Punk appears to be leading the GR4 rank here. Ray and Shredda. There's Don P. Graybeard back here in 12th. Newbies in 13th. Forfan is in 14th. Not sure what has happened to Forfan. Master Plumber is coming around. So the two Aston Martins are at the back of the field. Let's go back up front to Snafu, who is solidly in first place with Racing Soft Tires. Jim Shady in Racing Soft Tires as well. Castro on the soft tires. Iced on soft tires. Rotten Crowd being pursued by J-Mac. Rotten Crowd's on soft tires as well. J-Mac not making an attempt on him here. He's on softs. SB Racing has caught up with this crew, so 8 seconds back from the lead from that spin. I think he's not too bad of a recovery. He's a fast driver, so if anybody can make it up, he can. Newbie here. Little flashy flash. In 8th. Ray here in 9th place. That could be the lead for GR4s, because that's the Porsche 911. That's the big Ferrari. As we at J-Mac hit the wall there, and that took the speed down and let SB Racing get through, so Newbie's catching back up with them. Here's a fight for the lead for GR4 between American Punk and Ray. Shredda's right there to pick up any pieces, but there's a mistake between the two of them. Here we go into the chicane. See what happens side by side. Oh, little hit there. Ray tagged him there. Let's go back and take a gander at that. Who's coming through, and then you can hear that hit back behind. I got the wrong car there. But that looks like the chicane has taken out a couple of drivers there. Don P and Shredda have lost some time. So American Punk got through the chicane a lot better. Don P made it through, and then Shredda and Ray, I think, came in contact with each other or with the wall and put them back a couple spots, but they'll fight back towards the front of their division. Forfan, 9 seconds behind Old Graybeard, who's not that far behind Ray. So Forfan's there, and Master Plumber is back there, so he really can't help Forfan. Jim Shady is up here in the lead. Castro in second. Snafu back here in third. Not sure what happened to him. See if there's anything that we can see, because he was in the lead. So I'm assuming we got caught out by the chicane again. He's pushing on Castro. That Porsche seems to have some top end speed on it compared to the rest of the cars. So Jim Shady's leading the way in that Merc, followed by a Ferrari, followed by a Porsche. So a bunch of different manufacturers represented by the lead. Castro jumps out. Jim Shady taps him a little bit. And here we go. Another run through the chicane. Let's watch from back here. And looks like we've lost old Graybeard. Everybody safely through there. SB Racing wants a bit of this. Iced is right back there. So I think SB Racing's going to drag a couple other cars up there. J-Mac. Ooh, little skid coming through there. Rotten Kraut right there behind them. So we'll go back here. Newbie is a good bit back. American Punk taking full advantage of the lead that he's got on Shredder. Shredder is being gotten around Don P at some point. Ray's still right there. 4 fans kind of catching. It was 9 some seconds down to 8. Plenty of time left here. We've got 29 minutes left of this race, so plenty of time left. Made it through that chicane really well, and better than Ray, so he's catching him. So looking for good things for Fan. And there we are, Master Plumber's coming through. Yeah, we lost one driver so far. Castro has put himself out in the lead. Jim Shady is behind him, so he's gotten around him. Jim Shady. Snafu, who was leading a couple laps back, is down into third. SB Racing is still catching. Oh, there was a move back here. Iced. J-Mac is coming on the inside. Can he make it stick? See if that Audi has anything for him on this straightaway. It's tucked right in. I think it might be to his advantage. Just stay right there and kind of push each other towards the front. They're only 6 seconds back from the lead. So maybe these three get together and push themselves towards the front. If they keep fighting, Rotten Crowd will be able to tag into the back of this crew. So we've just got Castro out in the lead, and they are catching up with the 14th place car. See what he does. Is he going to get out of the way? Is he going to just stick to his line, which would be the preference? Jim Shady going a little wide there. So far, everybody's gotten around him pretty clean. Snafu's coming. He's moving way to the outside there. Looks like we've got SB Racing is about to go around. Easily made it around. Let's see what happens here. J-Mac caught him at a really bad place. Everybody's now safely around Master Plumber. Castro still pushing it out there in front of the lead. Jim Shady right behind him. Snafu, who had a sizable lead at one point, back here into third with SB Racing closing in back here in fourth. Got Iced and J-Mac fighting together. Ice got back around in front of J-Mac. That Audi can be a handful at times. And the new Ferraris sticking to him. Nose to tail. Castro still out here in the lead, comfortably. Jim Shady in second. Got Snafu in third with SB Racing pushing for fourth. See what happens back here. See if he can do anything through the chicane here as they go past the yachts in the bay. Here we go. Both of them safely through. That Porsche got some good speed on it. SB sticking his nose out there, hoping he would take the bait and try to cover and compromise his corner, but he did not. Good run off of there, Snafu, and he's giving him a little push, so trying to work together to get back towards that front, and that's a good strategy, I think. Oh, now he goes for the pass and a little slide. He caught it. Oh, is Snafu going to come back around? SB was barely keeping control of that vehicle. All right, let's see what's going on back here. Rottenkraut's still back here in 7th by himself. Newbie is trying to push back towards the front. American Punk is 2.8 seconds ahead of Shredda. And Shredda is a couple seconds ahead of Ray Ray. And Ray Ray and Don P having a little battle here between that Renault and the Ferrari, the older Ferrari. Orfan is being passed by the leaders. It's going to tuck in and get some of that sweet, sweet slipstream and hopefully maybe use that to his advantage to catch up with the cars in front of him. So he's got several of those that he can do that with. That'll be nice here on this long straight stretch. But these guys are going to catch him in a really difficult corner to get around. Snafu kind of gingerly going. Orfan made it. I don't think he lost a lot of time through there. Maybe a little bit. J-Mac is right on his tail. Goes a little wide. And Iced is coming through, so now he can concentrate on... He lost at least a second there with that, going through all of that. So these guys are catching... Oh, Don P gets a little wide. I think Ray Ray is also getting passed by the leaders. And we had a spin there. I think it was Newbie. Snafu here in 3rd place. Castro in 1st, getting around American Punk. And then we got Jim Shady getting through. Snafu's trying to get through. J-Mac getting around the traffic. It's going into the pits because he is about out of gas, and so is SB Racing. So let's look at the fuel situation. Snafu looks like he's got enough to get around one more time. Sure hope so anyway, for his sake. Iced has a little bit of fuel. Maybe he's got enough. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all in the pits. And here we go. Newbie probably going in as well. And then 9th, American Punk. So these GR4s definitely get way better fuel mileage than the GR3s. So he is... They're going to have to get back around him again. And American Punks, there's Snafu trying to make it around the GR4, and he does. And there's 2nd place, getting around 10th. So there's Ray Ray back there in 11th. Orfan here in 13th. Master P. There's Rotten Kraut up in 7th. So GR3s, we have Snafu in 1st, Iced in 2nd, and he is getting ready to go into the pit. So Snafu and Iced are making their first stops. So let's get on 3rd and see how close they are. Look at that 1 and 2% for Snafu and Iced. So they were at the limit of their tank there. So Castro assumes the lead again. J-Mac is in 2nd place. I saw Snafu coming out. Snafu's coming out. Jim Shady is right there in 4th. And then Iced is coming out. 6th is SB Racing, and he goes around to pick up at 5th place. And Iced is solidly here in 6th. Rotten Kraut here in 7th. Newbie in 8th. Then we start with the GR4s here in 9th place, American Punk. And he is followed by Shredda in 2nd. 3rd place is Ray Ray. Don P in 4th. And Forfan in 5th. Master Plumber is in 6th and coming out. The first of the GR4s to pit from the looks of it. So we've got the leaders coming back around the GR4s. Castro's safely through. J-Mac safely through. Snafu's safe. Jim Shady's safe. Here comes SB Racing. Looked like he touched a little bit, but that probably actually just helped him get through there with a little slow. Iced made it through. Let's see if Rotten Kraut makes it through. He does. And here's Newbie getting ready to start the chicane action. And safely through there. Got its emergency flashers on. American Punk. And it looks like we're about to start with the GR4 pit stops here soon. Looks like we got a little battle here for 10th and 11th. We'll stick with this for a little bit. Ray Ray's right behind Shredda. Castro is right behind that, so that could play into it. Take advantage of the lower class car getting out of the way of the GR3 and then compromise his position, allowing the other car to get through. So Castro's got to play this one nice. I think he's in a good position right here to just go around him. And Ray Ray is going around Shredda. See if he can sneak in behind that first place of Castro and sniff a little bit of... Nope, he's going into the pits. So Ray Ray and American Punk are going into the pits. So that'll start. And Don P is in the pits now. Is this Forfan going to make it into the pits? He is. So Master Plumber does not need to pit because he was just in there. So this will be the first round of pit stops for everybody at the end here. So it'll separate them, and the GR3s will get to run in the clean air with no traffic for a little while. So Castro's still out in the front, J-Mac in second. We've got third, fourth, and ninth all right here. Snafu's being pursued by Jim Shady. And Shredda's just keeping an eye on that race. Is that big Burke going to make a move at the bottom of the hill? I don't think so. Let's see what happens here going through the chicane. Let's see how this goes. A little let up and brakes. Safely through, but lost some time. SB Racing trying to get back up there to them. Castro has the fastest lap of the race. That was quite some time ago, but not running too far off that pace. Probably be able to get a better time than that once the tires wear or the fuel load goes down. J-Mac keeping his mirrors full. And Snafu has a mirror full of Mercedes and Jim Shady. SB Racing. There's Ice back there in 6th place. Running Crowd back here in 7th. Newbie in 8th. And Shredda is the leader of the GR4 contention. American Punk here in 10th place. Don P is harassing American Punk here, trying to get around him for that 2nd place position in class. Don P goes a little wild there, so that'll compromise the next 2 turns. So American Punk got a way better run through there, and Don P just about lost it. Ray is going to make a move, maybe. He's looking. Let's see what happens through here. Always interesting. Yellow flag. Don P got it wrong and hit the wall. And a 3-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. That's... So what did he do? So... Oh, you know, that's BS. Because what happened was the Porsche in front had wrecked, and then the car in front of him wrecked, and he couldn't just slam on the brakes and stop. So that's awful. So now Newbie kind of mixing it up there with those guys. Let's see what he... I can't really see what happened there, but it's getting around first place of the GR4s, American Punk. So Shredda is in 2nd place. Ray in 3rd, but he's going to get a penalty of 3 seconds that he truly should not have gotten. So he's slowing down. Don P is coming up and around. So I'll probably say something. in Discord about what happened. I mean, there's not anything you can really do about it, but it was a BS penalty, so maybe I can ask him, tell him put 3-4 seconds back on his end time and see if that does anything. So, but yeah, he did nothing wrong. There was nothing he could do about it. The GR3 car had wrecked in the chicane, and that brought out the yellow flag. And then Don P wrecked into the wall, and Ray had nowhere to go and went around him. He couldn't just slam on the brakes and stop because he was in a wreck, or Don P was in a wreck, and you know, the game should have seen that he'd wrecked too, and it wasn't a pass. So we'll make a plea for Ray. We'll get up here to the front. Castro in first place, followed by J Mac in second. We've got 9 minutes to go. Can J Mac get around him? Battle of the Ferraris. Both of them got through there nice and clean. I don't think he's close enough to make a move down here into the bottom of the corner. Then into 13, I think it is. And go through the chicane here. If Castro makes it through clean, should not have any opportunities. Very nice. Jim Shady, SB Racing is right on him. Both of them get through there clean. SB got a good run, it looks like. Is he going to make a move to the inside? He's got the slipstream. Snafu's right there too. Not close enough to move it. Getting close to the back of that Mercedes. That Porsche's right there too. I have a feeling SB's going to make a move here into turn 2. Here's turn 1. Is he going to make a move on the inside of turn 2? Not this time. But he comes through. He might try it down into the bottom there of, I believe it's 13. Now, if Jim Shady messes up through here, it's all about this, not this turn, but the next one. If you get this one right here, then that sets you up nicely for full throttle through the next. SB puts his nose down in the inside. He's really looking for that second position. He's right on him. Got the draft coming down the hill. Is he going to move to the left? Or I mean to the right? Nope, not this time. Both of them get a good exit through there, and back we go into the chicane. Clean so far. Clean so far. I think Jim Shady actually got through it a little better. Are they both catching Castro by not duking it out for the position? I think that would be the best bet, would be for them not to really fight each other. Then they could make a move on, get at least closer to the lead. So we got second and third and fourth place all right here. So let's see what's going on up. Well, there's Castro in the lead. So let's see. Iced is a good ways off in the middle of nowhere. J-Mac, same thing. Rotten Crowd here by himself, as he has been all race. And Newbie back here, American Punk, is in the lead ahead of Shredda. And Shredda is too far back to make any kind of real chance or attempt at that position. There's 11th. Fan is quite a ways back. He is ahead of Don P, who's fading backwards. Master Plumber here is in the thick of nothing. I thought he was in that group of leaders there, but it had flashed me back up to front. So there's Castro. They are closing in on Don P. So that could play into this as well. Second, third, and fourth have definitely caught him. So this is turning out to be a shootout here for the last few laps. There goes a pass into second. Snafu gets around Jim Shady and SB Racing. He's on a flyer here. Jim Shady and SB right there. Don P getting out of their way. So the first four are all covered by 1 second. There's Castro. Goes off. Jim Shady's making a move on turn two as they come down. Snafu looking on the inside. They all get back in line. Castro's got the better line through here. Let's get back here in fourth and just watch from the back here. See what happens. Jockeying for position. Moves out of the way just to keep from getting in the back of Jim Shady. Gets a little squirrely there on acceleration. Here we go into the chicane. Everybody's spread out a little bit here. If anybody touches the wall. Oh, and he did. SB touches the wall going in, which threw him into the other wall, and then ice gets around him. So Jim Shady. Oh, here we go. We're getting around fan. First and second. Getting a fight here. So yeah, SB Racing hit the wall going in, and that compromised, and then he hit the wall on the inside on the left. So that slowed him way down, and Ice was able to make it around into the fourth position. But we've got Castro and Snafu all right here together. And then Jim Shady's here in third place, followed by Iced. And Forfan is the meat in the sandwich here. And there we go. The meat just fell on the floor and out of the way. So here we go. Castro out in the lead still. Snafu in hot pursuit. Here's a race for fourth. Oh, Ice gets into the side of Jim Shady, takes third. Let's see if we can. So here they go. He's on the inside, and Jim Shady comes through, and they come together, but I don't think there's anything on either one of them. Both of them were racing, so it's just a racing incident from what I can tell. So Castro here in the lead, coming on Ray. Is he going to get held up and let Snafu get a good run on him? He's trying to use that slipstream, so is Snafu. And they get around. And that's our GR4 leader that they're coming into. He gets out of the way. Did that compromise his position into... Well, no, that's second and third. There's first place. Shredda there in first place, ahead of first place of GR3. Snafu kind of compromised that position there. So Shredder got American Punk was allowed to catch up back to him a little bit because of that. But we've got Castro still being pursued by Jim Shady, and we're at no time left. This is it. This is the end of the race. The last time through the chicane. Can he make it through clean for the win? Because it's his to win or his to lose at this point. Safely through. Missed the wall there. And that brings us to third place there. There's our leader of GR4. Here comes Castro around for the win of GR3 and the race. So Castro in first. Snafu in second. Here comes Shredder in first on his class, and they didn't set the finish for long enough. So I'm not sure who finished where, because there was a battle there for some of those positions, so we'll have to check out the standings here. I'm going to save that replay. Okay, saved. So it says Castro was the winner with the fastest lap. Snafu in second. Locked. I was calling him iced. So G Locked in third. Jim Shady in fourth. J Mac in fifth. SB Racing 6th. Rotten Kraut 7th. Newbie in 8th. And then that brings us to the GR4s. Shredder in first place. Ray in 10th. American Punk in 11th. Forfan in 12th. Don P in 13th. And Master Plumber in 14th. So there you go. Ray was able to get back up into second place. And that looks like the end of the results. And we'll back out of here. I don't think there's anything to look at this point. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. Good racing all up and down the GR3s and GR4s. This track definitely makes for some interesting racing, because you could do everything right and then the chicane can just mess you right up, or any of those corners. So there's plenty of places to make mistakes, and sometimes all it takes is just one, and it kind of messes everything up. So next week we have another race, multi-class, race number 2, the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, as you can see right here. So that should be interesting as well. Pretty narrow track, so GR4s and GR3s, you saw how many laps it took. So 4 or 5 laps and they'll be on top of each other, and as close as some of these cars are, as narrow as the track is, and as some of these corners, like through here, there's only one car can go through at a time. So it's going to make for some interesting racing, because there'll be at times the faster cars will get held up by the slower cars just because there's no place to go, and that might make the cars behind catch up. And the same with the GR4s as well. It'll be close racing, so should be an exciting one. I think I look forward to the rest of this series for sure, because we're at Circuit Villeneuve, then at Sardinia A, Trail Mountain, Kyoto Yumagawa, Deep Forest, and finish up in Yas Marina. So it should be interesting. Should be a good race series and be very close, and pretty good full lobbies as well. So thanks again for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. and subscribe if you like, and we'll see you next week. Fast Ginger out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to end the show. The stream is over, I got to go. Now is not the time to be sad. I'll be back, there's more streaming to be had. Fast Ginger will bring the best with an entertainment fest where friends are made and good times never fade. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like, you can't even get notified.